So, you've just walked out of a doctor's office with a diagnosis, and it feels like you've been dropped into a foreign country without a map. You might be feeling overwhelmed, scared, or even a little relieved to finally have an answer, but you're also likely asking, what do I actually do tomorrow morning? If that's you, take a deep breath. You're in the right place. Your child didn't change the moment that diagnosis was signed, but your understanding of them is about to. Today, we aren't going to talk about fixing your child. Instead, we're going to start writing your child's unique owner's manual together. I'm going to give you a clear, 3-step plan for the next 90 days to help you move from overwhelming confusion to a clear path of connection. We're going to help you learn their language so you can advocate for them in a world that wasn't always built for the way their brain works. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Three Koi Fishes channel. We are a team of parents with over 80 years of combined experience navigating the real-world challenges of raising kids. We personally research and vet every insight we share to give you the most practical, heart-centered parenting tools. Today's topic is for the parents who have just received an autism diagnosis and are wondering, where do I go from here? The first 30 days is the breathe and reframe phase. First things first, you have to give yourself permission to feel whatever you're feeling. Grief, anger, fear, profound relief, it's all valid. Most parents feel a wild mix of all of it, and that's a totally natural response to life-changing news. There's no right or wrong way to feel. Don't rush this part. Acceptance isn't a finish line you have to cross in a week. It's the foundation you're going to build everything else on, so give yourself the grace to build it slowly. And remember, your child is the exact same wonderful person they were the day before the diagnosis. Nothing about them has changed. What has changed is your access to a new set of tools and a brand new level of understanding. This is the time to start reframing what this all means. A diagnosis isn't a limitation, it's a guide. Think of it as the key to that manual you were handed. It's the tool that unlocks tailored supports, therapies, and school services that are all designed to help your child thrive. This is also where a crucial mindset shift can begin: presume competence. This is a powerful idea. It means you always assume your child understands more than they might be able to show you. So talk to them, explain things, include them, because they are listening and they are learning, even if their communication looks different from what you expect. During this first month, your main job is to process your own emotions and start your own education. But a word of caution. The internet is a fire hose of information, and not all of it is good. Try to stick to credible sources. Organizations like the Autism Society of America are a great place to start. Many groups also offer first 100-day toolkits, which can give you a structured starting point without making you feel like you have to drink from that fire hose. Even organizations that are seen as controversial in the autistic community, like Autism Speaks, provide these kinds of step-by-step guides. The goal isn't to become an autism expert overnight. It's to gather enough good information to become the expert on your child. And most importantly, take care of yourself. You're your child's anchor, and you can't be a steady anchor if you're being tossed around in the storm. The next 30 days is the become the expert phase. Now that you've given yourself some space to breathe, it's time to shift your focus inward, to your home, and to your child's unique experience of the world. This is where you really start translating their world. Your mission for this second month is to become the world's leading expert on your child by becoming a detective in your own home. You're going to conduct what's called a sensory audit. Sensory processing is how we all take in the world through sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste. For many autistic people, this experience is different. Some senses might be dialed way up, while others are dialed down. A flickering light you barely notice might feel like a strobe light to your child. The hum of the fridge could be as loud as a lawnmower. This is why a sensory audit is one of the most powerful and connecting things you can do. Here's how you start. Grab a notebook and for a few days, just observe. Don't change anything yet. Just watch. Go room by room. What do you see? Look at their reaction to different lighting. Do they squint under harsh fluorescent lights, but seem calmer in soft, natural light? What do you hear? Listen for background noises you normally tune out: the clock, the AC, the TV. Do they seem more dysregulated when those sounds are on? Do they cover their ears at sudden noises like the vacuum? What do they feel? Pay attention to textures. Do they hate the seams on their socks or pull away from certain fabrics? Do they avoid walking barefoot on grass but love the deep pressure of a heavy blanket? What do they smell and taste? Strong perfumes or cleaning supplies can be overwhelming. Do they have very strong preferences for certain food textures or smells? While you're observing, you're not just looking for triggers. You're also looking for glimmers, those little moments of joy, calm, and regulation. What brings them comfort? Maybe it's rocking back and forth. That's called stimming, and it's a vital self-regulation tool, not a bad behavior to be stopped. Do they light up when they're splashing in the bath or wrapped up in a tight hug? These are your clues. Once you have your observations, start making small, simple changes. You don't have to renovate your house. Swap out the harsh light bulbs for a warmer, dimmer option. Create a little quiet corner with soft pillows and noise-canceling headphones. If you notice they love deep pressure, try rolling a yoga ball over their legs or giving them firm, gentle squeezes. This isn't about creating a sterile bubble. It's about reducing the sensory static so your child has more energy for learning, communicating, and connecting. By becoming a detective of their world, you're creating an environment that says, I see you, I understand you, and you are safe here. The last 90 days is the build your team phase. All right, you've worked on your mindset and you've started creating a supportive home. Now it's time to build your support system outside the home. You are the expert on your child, but you don't have to do this alone. Assembling a team of professionals is a huge next step. This team often starts with your pediatrician, but will probably grow to include therapists. The most common therapies for young autistic kids are speech therapy, occupational therapy, and applied behavior analysis, or ABA. It's really important that you, as the parent, understand what these therapies are about. Lately, there's been a big shift toward what's called neurodiversity-affirming care. A neurodiversity-affirming therapist sees autism not as a disorder to fix, but as a natural difference in how the brain is wired. Their goal isn't to make your child appear less autistic by stopping them from stimming, for example. Instead, they work with your child's strengths, respect their sensory needs, and focus on building skills for self-advocacy and managing emotions. An affirming occupational therapist might help you build on that sensory audit you did, creating a sensory diet of activities that helps your child stay regulated. An affirming speech therapist might explore all forms of communication, not just spoken words, because all communication is valid. Then there is ABA therapy. It's a behavioral therapy focused on teaching skills and is often covered by insurance. However, it's really important to know that ABA can be controversial. Older, more rigid forms of ABA have been criticized by many autistic adults for being too focused on compliance and trying to stop natural autistic behaviors like stimming. Modern, child-led ABA should be play-based and focus on positive reinforcement. When looking at any therapy, remember that you are in the driver's seat. Ask providers direct questions. Do you practice a neurodiversity-affirming approach? How to use a child's special interests in therapy, and what is your stance on stimming? A good provider will welcome these questions. And your team isn't just professionals, it's also other parents. Find a support group, whether it's local or online. Connecting with other families on this journey is priceless. They're the ones who will truly get your challenges and celebrate your victories. They can offer practical advice on navigating school systems, recommend doctors, and just be there on a tough day. And be prepared. Wait times for services can be frustratingly long. Use that waiting time to keep working on your home's sensory environment and to connect with these parent communities. In these first 90 days, you've started a huge shift from the shock of a diagnosis to a place of empowerment. You've taken time to breathe and reframe. You've become the expert on your child's unique world, and you've started building a team to support you both. This is a journey, not a sprint. There will be good days and hard days. But you're not where you were on day one. You are off to a good start, and you're starting to see a clear path forward. The most important thing to remember is this: it's all going to be okay. Your child is amazing, and you are exactly the parent they need. If you're just starting out, I'd be so grateful if you would share one word in the comments that describes how you felt on day one. It's a powerful way to see that you aren't alone in this. And if this was helpful, please subscribe for more guidance on the journey ahead. You've got this.